So hey everyone, in this video we will see how to connect PS5 to Samsung Odyssey G5, 120Hz setup, HDR and best settings. So important is PS5 only switches to 120Hz when the game support 120 FPS. Even if your monitor and settings are correct, the PS5 will only change to 120Hz if the game actually supports it. If the game doesn't have a 120 FPS mode, you will remain at 60Hz. Sometimes the refresh rate swap after the game loads. For example, in WRC 10, the output only switches to 120Hz once the game menu loads, not immediately on launch. The Odyssey G5 support 144Hz. HDMI 2 supports 120Hz at 1080p, 1440p. Step 1 to connect PS5 to Odyssey G5. Plug one end of the HDMI cable into the PS5 HDMI output. Plug the other end into the HDMI port on the Samsung Odyssey G5. Turn on the monitor first, then power on the PS5. Select the correct HDMI input from the monitor menu. Step 2. Enable 120Hz on PS5. On PS5, go to settings, then screen and video, then video output. Set resolution automatic, 120Hz output, automatic and VRR, automatic if supported. Enable 120Hz in games. Some games require manual activation inside game settings. Performance mode on and 120Hz mode enabled. Step 3 is enable HDR. On PS5, go to settings, then screen and video, then output video, then HDR. Set HDR on when supported. On Samsung Odyssey G5, press the monitor joystick button, go to picture, enable HDR. Some Odyssey G5 models have limited HDR brightness, HDR10 basic support. Best picture setting for gaming recommendation. On Samsung Odyssey G5, picture mode, custom, then brightness 80 to 100, then contrast 75 to 80, sharpness 56 to 60, response time fast or faster, FreeSync on, black equalizer 10 to 13, adjust based on preference, and low input lag mode on if available. On PS5, RGB range automatic, 4K transfer rate automatic, and adjust HDR calibration properly when prompted. If 120Hz is not working, make sure the game support 120Hz. Use the original PS5 HDMI cable. Disable HDR and test again. Check monitor refresh rate in OSD. Set to 144Hz. Restart both PS5 and monitor. Thank you.